This is a bandsaw safety video tutorial. So a bandsaw gets its name because the blade is literally a band, so it's like a circle if we were to pull it out here. It's one blade that just moves around two big wheels and it just keeps circling. The motor's in the back here. We have the front pulley. This gauge up at the front of it, if you look at it, the dial should be in the green. If it's not in the green, let me know. Um, it has two hoses where water will run through this assembly here and this assembly here. And what that does is it keeps your metal cool, the water does, and it also removes all the metal shavings from the blade, hopefully, and from what you're working on. It just cleans it off, which means that the blade will last longer because it's not digging through metal chips, so it's not wearing itself out. So the whole system has a cooling system built into it. That's very important. If there's not coolant running out through it, let me know. I can problem solve that. So we have this is a horizontal bandsaw. In the wood shop, we have two or more. I think we just have two right now. Vertical bandsaws, and you can hold on to the piece of metal and you're manipulating it. With this, it has to be clamped in. If it's not clamped in, bad things will happen. One, almost a guaranteed, is that it's going to break the teeth off of here. So as I'm looking at this bandsaw right now, it has a bunch of teeth. The teeth are what do the cutting. If the teeth start getting broke off, we'll hear like as it's cutting, it'll go kunk, kunk. That kunk part is a void of teeth, and it's not cutting. That's very expensive. So each blade here is $67 or more. So it's very important that we do things correctly so that way we don't destroy the blade and don't do more damage to the entire machine. So I'm going to go ahead and make a 1-inch cut on this bandsaw. So I'm going to put my metal in here. I can measure on the metal itself, and I can put a little mark, and then I can line it up. Or I can use this color-coded system here. You guys can't really see it so much from the video, but there's a black color, a red color, and a blue color. If I line it up on the edge of the black, the distance from the edge of the black to the blade is going to be 1 inch. If I line it up on the edge of the red, it's going to be 2 inches. And you guessed it, if you line it up on the edge of the blue, it's going to be 3 inches. Mostly everything we're going to end up doing here is going to be on the 1 inch mark. Okay, you're going to put it up against the edge of the black line, edge of the red line. That's where those two come together. And that's going to be a 1 inch cut. So that's what we're going to do today. So turn this a little bit here. This handle, you need to tighten. It moves this back here. So it's moving this clamp right here. It tightens up against it. Don't kill this handle. This handle is plastic, so you're just snugging it. Notice here, I'm not overexerting myself on that plastic handle. That's it. To check it, you come up here and you can try to shake your metal. If it moves at all, that's no good. Moving the metal actually is what breaks the teeth off the blade. So you need to make sure that this is tight, that it is clamped. Some new people will often just put their metal in there, turn it on, and let it cut. It's instantly going to break off teeth, and that's destroying a $70 blade. Okay, so I've got it lined up. If I had a line on my metal, I'd want to, and I'm using one finger for this. This little lever right here allows it to descend. And when I pull back down, don't push hard on anything on this equipment. I just showed you how tight to use the handle for the clamp, and it wasn't very hard. Everything else is much, much more gentle. This is brass. It's what instruments are made out of. It's not strong. So I'm going to use one finger, let the blade come down close to the metal itself, and so I can line up the blade with where I have my mark. Because I'm doing one of these preset colors here, I know that I'm at 1 inch, so I don't have to measure anything on my piece of metal. I'm going to go ahead and turn this on. The bandsaw is up above the metal. It's not touching the metal. And I have a broken blade on here. so that way you guys can hear in this video what it sounds like when a blade is broke. Okay? I'll be changing this prior to tomorrow. So I'm going to use one finger. There's a little lever here. Let me zoom in on it. So this little lever, when I bring that up, and when I push it down, it allows it to descend. So you guys can hear where it's hitting, and then it makes a kerkunk noise. That's where it's hitting the dull spots where there's no teeth left. And then when it brings it back up, that's hitting teeth, and it's breaking off more teeth as it goes around. So this little lever, I hope you saw that as I went closer to it. That's one finger up, one finger down. That allows this to drop. It's up, it's down. So it stops moving and it moves. That will allow you to control the descent of this entire bandsaw. To turn this off, we do have an emergency stop at the top. I'd prefer if we use this stop right here. This button gets worn out if we use it too much, and people generally don't know how to use this one. To get it to come back out, you have to twist it, so just let's not even mess with that. There is an off button right here, and it clicks. I don't know if you can hear the click or not in the video, but it clicks and then it's off. It might even turn off automatically as you get to the bottom of the cut. It should turn off automatically when you get to the bottom of the cut, but if it doesn't, there's that off button there. And for emergencies, you do have the off button here. The green button does turn the blade on. And sometimes on the weekends, I'll turn the power off to this thing. You don't have to on a daily basis. I just leave this actually on for the whole week. The power light indicates, I don't know if you can tell that with the glare. There you go. The power light's on, and that means that there's power going to the green button. The green button turns the whole thing on, and then you got water running, and then it's ready for me to flip the switch, and it'll cut all the way through.